Hey guys, Chris here, thrilled to you. Today we're doing a deck profile on Odd Eyes Magician. Probably caught you off guard with the luster, but whatever. Yeah, this is updated from my last one. Yeah, it's better after, the ban lists and all that other great stuff, so let's get into it, I guess. So, these are my one-off pendulums. The luster is there just because he searches things in a way like he can thin through the deck, and then you can pop them with things like Skyers, Wavering Eyes, other things. You can just get rid of them, so he can get multiples of certain cards like Insight Magician, Crobat because he's Stratos, and then Eccentric. Others like Eccentric has multiple outs to things, like it is the Vanity's Emptiness. Well, not the Vanity's Emptiness out. The Vanity's Fiend out. Yeah, my B. So he's Emptiness, but yeah, Vanity's Fiend. It's good out because you can just lay it on field, tribute some shit, and summon. 3 Odd Eyes, pretty obvious because it is Odd Eyes Magician. Got 3 Insights because thins. 3 Oath Dragon. He's like one of the best pendulums in the deck just because he's like, oh, just get things back, get your insights back, or cycle your insights to your hand and shit. So he's just so good. A Dragon Pit, 3 of them because he is your 8 scale. Oh, and Archivania Eccentric also is good because she's a 7 scale. I know you can't go into every single card with her, like it gets rid of your 7s, but it still is pretty nice if you cannot get into your 7, which is hard. Well, it's kind of hard not to get into an 8 with this deck. For the one-offs, we run 1 Dragon Pulse, a Time Breaker, Noble Dragon, and Tuning. These are all very powerful cards. I really like the Tuning Magician, even though I don't have the Synchro in for it yet. It's just a really powerful card because you can go into Beals with it, and Beals is a pretty nice Cosmo out card. They can't Dark Destroyer stuff. They can't really destroy it, so it's kind of nice. I mean, there's outs, definitely, but it's still nice. I was thinking about Dragon Pulse to 2, but I just really haven't found a need yet. The last 2 pendulums are 2 Match Spectre Unicorn Kieran. Now, I've been thinking about running maybe a Raccoon in here just for the consistency. Last 2 monsters are 2 Apex Avions. This card's OP as shit. You just summon that out, and then your opponent always has to outplay it. And they always have to think, crap, either I have to get rid of the Avion in a way with a counter trap, or else he's just going to keep summoning it back out. Which is nice. For the spells, for the big amount of 3-ofs, 3 Ignite Reload, because consistency's nice. This gets rid of dead pendulums in your hand. It just helps. Like, you can get rid of certain things, and like if you draw, let's say, 2 Kierans, and you don't want 2 of both of them, and then you just draw 3. But I mean, yeah, you can't draw for the rest of the turn, but that's not really a big deal. 3 Pendulum Call. Best card in the deck pretty much for searching, I think, especially for the Magicians. 3 Upstarts. This is the other draw power you run in the deck. I know it kind of conflicts with Ignite, but really, you're going to activate the Upstarts before you do the Ignite. And if you draw into the Upstart, well, I mean, that kind of sucks, but it doesn't really happen that often. I've never ran into an instant fire draw and Upstart with Ignite. 3 Wavering Eyes, because consistency, killing people with a fucking Spellbook of Fate, and then searching out another one against Draco Pals is just too broken. Then we run 2 Skyers because them not being able to destroy our pendulums and being able to pop a card every turn and just searching out the Odd Eyes cards. It's really nice. The one Odd Eyes Fusion, I really like it. It's OP. Like, it's really just overpowered. Because think about it. How many times does your opponent not have more than 2 monsters on the field? Then we run the 1 Terraforming and the 1 Twin Twister. This card's just really good in the deck. I wanted to run it at 2, but I think 1's just fine right now. The extra deck. The extra deck, we run 1 Vortex. Vortex is freaking broken. He is just OP as all get out. How he just compulses a monster. And he's like, oh, I'll just negate stuff now. Have fun. And then he has that 3k booty and that 25 attack. He's just nice. Beals. Beals is pretty, like I say, it's really good against the Cosmo matchup. That's the only reason I really run it. It's the Cosmo matchup. I mean, it's okay against Draco Pals, but just the Cosmo matchup helps with that. Ignister, it's good against like everything right now. I mean, shuffling cards back into the deck is not a bad thing. So I like it. It's definitely an improvement on other things. 2 Odd Eyes, Meteor Burst. I bumped this to 2 because at 1 I always found I needed the other in certain scenarios. So it's like I'll just throw 2 in. It's not a big deal. Rank 7s. Rebellion, he really can't use his effect. Right now he's really just in there for the Odd Eyes Fusion because he's really, just easy to throw in the grave. Absolute's really good because he's like, I'll negate attacks and do other stuff, and then once he's destroyed, he can special summon something from the extra deck. That's Odd Eyes, so it's pretty nice. Mecha Phantom Beast, Draco Sack. He's Draco Sack. He's just so powerful. Like, turn 1 plays, if you can make a Draco Sack and, like, a Strike Bouncer, your opponent has to get over that in a way. It just makes it hard for your opponent some days. Strike Bouncer. Negating effects, just too OP. Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon. He's just really good because he can get over big beaters, and when, he's just good. Because if you ever need to get over something, Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon, always there for you. Honor Arc, I like Honor Arcs. He's still one of my, probably my favorite XYZ. He's just really powerful. He just does a lot of crazy stuff. He can get rid of your opponent's annoying monsters, and yeah, kind of keep them away. I mean, Castel, he's good. I still like Honor Arc, I think, better just for the fact that you permanently can keep it until you need to. But Castel's nice because he can get rid of more things. Diamond Direwolf, because Diamond Direwolf is just really powerful. He can get over shit that some cards can't, and he's just like a blowout play. Paladynamo, because Paladynamo just increases your OTK potential, and he's a fucking breakthrough skill in a way. 0 attack, and then that's free damage, and then if he just is destroyed, you draw 1. So he's pretty nice. And Abyss Dweller, because it's good against the Monarch matchup. Yeah, that's your extra deck. Side deck. You got the 2 Darks and Morgs. Darks and Morg is really good against things such as Burning Abyss and Monarchs. So I like those against those 2 decks. And if you see Artifacts at all sometimes. But yeah, you don't really see those. Gravity Dragon and Advent. I decided to side these because they're really only good against my Burning Abyss and Monarch matchup, which my Monarch matchup is the hardest matchup I face, which I need to get Master Strix for this deck, definitely, just so my Monarch matchup's better. I don't have a bad Cosmo matchup, but you'll kind of see why on the side. Even my main board doesn't really have a bad Cosmo matchup. 2 Necro Valley. This hurts things such as Cosmo and the Monarchs that do target engrave. Necro Valley is just one of those cards where it's like Cosmo cannot do anything from there on out. Once they're destroyed, they stay engraved. They can't do anything. 2 MSTs. The MSTs, I just really like them. I feel you kind of need them in certain matchups, like the Monarch matchup and the Burning Abyss matchup. 2 and the Band Played On. Floodgates for days. You need those Floodgates. It's really good against decks like Tin Can Turbo. Whenever Monarchs try to make a big push board with multiple level 8s, Burning Abyss, things like that. Oh, and the Draco Pals. Dragon's Bind. This is really good against anything that needs to summon something with 2500 or less attack. It just, Really overpowered. It's pretty much a Vanity's Emptiness for Dragons decks. So, that's one of the main reasons I really like running this deck, is because I can decide this thing against mostly any deck, and it's just so powerful. It's such a blowout in certain matchups. I mean, you just flip this card over, and they're like sitting there looking at like, okay, now what to do? And for the last things, tokens, because fucking Shockmaster token. Look at that sexy beast. Well, guys, if you liked the video, rate, comment, subscribe, and we are out.